Hey guys, I'm Jordan Winter and you're watching No Free Lunches. Today we're here in Lawrence, Kansas, checking out the best bakeries. Let's get this bread.
Warmer.
I'm here at Wheatfields Bakery and Cafe on the corner of 9th and Vermont in downtown Lawrence, Kansas. Hours before the sun rises, the staff prepares for the daily bake-off, mixing dough, shaping bread, creating delicate pastries, all before the rest of the town rolls out of bed. Join me as I tour the space with General Manager Amy Savoy, learn the ropes of the bread biz, sample some delicious treats, and find out what Wheatfields does to give back to the community. Hey, Amy.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you doing today?
Doing well.
Awesome, well thanks for having us in.
Absolutely.
You mind if we take a quick tour of the facility real quick?
Let's do it. Come on back. Super. So this is the bread department. We have our nice big Yopi oven over here, mixing area, and the bench, which is where all the shaping happens. So our typical day, when we come into the bakery, we start anywhere from 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning. Mixer's here first, then the baker. They come in, mixer starts getting doughs ready for the bench to come in and shape, and that's what this baby's all about. And then the baker comes in and they're checking the fire, making sure the oven's hot enough to get things rolling. We steam it, and then as soon as the bread's proof, we start throwing it in the oven and getting that going. We don't really throw it, we place it in the oven, off the peel.
Delicate process.
Yeah, it's a delicate process. So mixer will start doing the sourdoughs in the morning and getting those doughs ready because they have to sit for a couple of hours and be folded and things like that. And the bench starts shaping ciabatta or baguettes right off the bat. And once those are ready, then those will go in the oven, and those are bread that will go out that day.
And I saw on your guys' website that that's a wood-fired Spanish oven.
It is.
Do you have anything to say about what makes that so unique, or does it make a difference in the taste?
It doesn't make a difference necessarily in the taste. Your taste is coming from the levain or the starter that we're using, and the flour you use, what you're putting into it, all of that. That's what makes a difference in the taste. There's no actual heat that's hitting the hearth, so it's all a spiral of channels that are going around in that oven. It is huge, and so you have your firebox down here, but it, like I said, it goes through these channels, and then the heat finally hits the hearth. So this is our kitchen. We're frying chicken today for our dinners. We do dinner specials, as well as we make lots of sandwiches, and this is our little prep area. We don't have a huge kitchen, and we put a lot of food out for what we do here. Okay, squeezing on by here. And this is our pastry department. Lane's over here using the sheeter. He's rolling out Danish or croissant? Danish. So we're putting our layers in our Danish dough right now. Without this, you'd have to use a whole lot of arm strength to roll that out, but we produce enough that we need a sheeter. So
It's our day.
yeah, exactly. All of our products are made. We put them on carts. We proof them in our proofer. And then we, eventually we'll get them in the oven, and they come in anywhere between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning to get that process started. So we have our breakfast pastries out. And then we have other people who do our cold cakes, eclairs, truffles, all of that. Lane does a lot of our prep work for us, and then we have people prep things up so that then we can put all the components together. So pastry's a little bit more intricate with how many layers and how long it takes to get all of that done. So.
Well, as you can see, you've got this crazy spread here, and something that I wanted to ask you about was how do you keep up with the unique challenges that come with not only running a bakery and a full menu cafe, but also stocking some retail locations around town?
So I've been here for almost 10 years, and when we started, we do wholesale and retail, as you just mentioned, so that's kind of been a slow evolution for wholesale. So we've kind of just taken on clients as we can. We do have someone who comes down every day and gets bread from us for Kansas City, so we get some orders from there too, which is great. Challenges of having a fresh product every day is consistency and quality. It is challenging, and that's what keeps me enticed and happy to do this, because I like those challenges. and it keeps me interested and trying to make different things that are delicious and fun for people to eat.
Can you tell me how some of those collaborations start?
So we had a gentleman who worked here for a short stint. He moved away and came back, and his family owns a restaurant and cafe and a little market in Kansas City. And so he went for the, I know, crunchy crouton.
I'm like, oh my God. No,
yeah, sorry, they're really crunchy. I know. So he came back to us and said, we want some of your bread, and if we could supply, you know, wholesale baguettes to him, then he would love it, but it's just a little bit out of our range for what they want. So he knew our bread, and he liked it, and it's something different that Kansas City, we have kind of a different bread than what Kansas City doesn't have, so that's kind of what makes us unique. And I think that's what's great about Lawrence is that the different bakeries, we all do our own thing. We all have our own little niche, and you know, we all provide a different product for everyone to enjoy around town, which makes it really nice, I think.
And I think you can even see that from the outside looking in. Like the bakery and just generally the food community in Lawrence is really tight-knit. What do you think is one of the most important things about keeping a tight-knit community like that?
So Restaurant Week is coming up, and I think the thing that we were trying to focus on, my chef and I and the bread manager, is trying to figure out what is someone else not going to have on the menu. I think about it, I guess, as a whole spectrum, because I know how small or how large downtown Lawrence can be, or Lawrence in general. So we were trying to, you know, just do something unique and different.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that places downtown want to have our bread on their menu and, you know, have something special from here too.
Yeah, and you mentioned some restaurants downtown have some of your breads in their stores. Can you name drop some of them?
So there's Free State Brewing Company, Lady Bird has, anyways, I get sourdough from here, 715 and Merchants. So they all carry some of our bread.
That's great. I love that it's so supportive. It's like its own ecosystem almost.
Yeah, and then we're in most of the grocery stores around town as well. So if we don't have something, they will sometimes. And
Yeah. So I know downtown is like the cultural heartbeat of Lawrence. Could you speak to that a little bit and how that location factors into your business?
I think that I was drawn to Lawrence because of the downtown and how great it is to be able to go adventure into kind of wherever you want to, and some unique shops and some unique restaurants and things that way. And like you said, it is the heartbeat of what is going on in Lawrence, in my opinion. If this was in West Lawrence, it wouldn't be as successful because that foot traffic and just being close to campus, people can wander down here. So I think that being a part of downtown is very important in this city.
This fruit tart is amazing.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
I know, you think the chocolate with the pastry cream is not going to work necessarily in with the fruit, but it all works wonderful together.
So fresh. So my last question is, how does Wheatfields use its space in the Lawrence community to give back and to kind of help support local charities?
Everything that's on the shelf, bread-wise, we donate at the end of the night to different causes. I try and, you know, divvy it up to different services or community projects or anything that I can throughout the year. And so that's how we give back that way.
Yeah, and I know in particular, I used to go to the veggie lunch at the ECM up on campus. How did you guys end up working with them to donate all that?
That was
bread?
something that was in place when I came on, and we've just kept that relationship. And I think it's a great relationship to have. I'm always open to have anyone come in and see if we can work in a donation. Lawrence Art Center, we've done it for the preschool forever. I love it when kids get involved too, because I feel like this is somewhat of it's an art for sure. As we move into different realms of the world, we're kind of losing this art a little bit. And things are coming in pre-made and pre-done, and so I take a lot of pride that we're a scratch bakery, we make everything here. So I think that's a really important key of what we do in bakeries.
And I think the world is so obsessed with efficiency now that it's hard for people to slow down and really take care into what they're doing. But I feel like bakeries really embody that. Thank you so much.
Sure. It's been a pleasure.
To check out more bakeries, head over to nofreelunches.co, where we cover Alchemy Coffee Shop and Bakehouse, Munchers, and 1900 Barker. Stay up to date by following us on Instagram and subscribing to our YouTube channels. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching.